here to talk about a subject that many of us have gone through, communication with our parents. Raise your hand if you have had problems with your parents for just explaining a situation. Okay, thank you, put it down. Raise your hand if you have felt the need to tell something to someone older. Thank you, put it down. And finally, raise your hand if you totally and without question trust your parents. Trust me is the most frequent phrase we hear. Has it happened to you that you always want to have the opinion of someone older or with more experience, but you never know who to turn to? Not having someone to trust on can lead to anxiety problems, behavior problems, and depression, which are the most commonly diagnosed mental disorders in children. Estimates for ever having a diagnosis among children aged 3 to 17 years are anxiety with 9.4%, approximately 5.8 million per square meter, behavior problems with 8.9%, approximately 5.5 million per square meter, and lastly we have depression with 4.4%, approximately 2.7 million per square meter. I think we all know Chávez, the Prince of Oviedo. He is one of the cases that suffer depression due to the lack of communication with his father, since they lack money and his father did nothing to solve it. They didn't have good communication and they were very distant. In 2021, in an interview for Metropolis, Chávez assured that speaking in public about anxiety and depression has helped him overcome them. And that is how this artist managed with his depression, without having to take pills, only with the understanding of other people. Sadly, he had to turn to his fans and people he didn't know in order to get rid of his depression, since he could not get along with his own father. Imagine how different childhood would be if we all had good communication with our parents. Believe me that as a teenager what we most need are different opinions or point of view in order to make the best decision. But the problem we face when we are trying to seek that point of view is that you never know whether to go with your parents or an outside person. With our parents, we always have that fear of scolding or the total and rude disapproval of it, even if they tell us, I only want the best for you. Sometimes they just have to let us be and be understanding so that we can get closer to them. But whoever trusts another person makes them grow and contributes to their happiness. However, the reality that we encounter is that people betray our trust and we betray the trust of others. What we thought was safe, our city, our friends, change over time. So, what is the meaning of trust? To trust is not to need explanations. It is to know how to read the sincerity in the look. It is to connect our minds to harmonize day to day, where there is no demand, where there is no ironic control, or having to reaffirm that bond at every moment, so that the other person can believe us. How can I start to trust? A trust adult can be any adult whose action and words makes you feel safe. A teacher, a mentor, a parent, a coach. Everyone who loves and respects you. To trust another person, it's very important. In relationship, to take great care of trust is so important. Now I want to involve adults on this. We generally earn the trust of those in whom we place our philosopher, leader. I know that as an adult, you may be wondering, how do I get their trust? Well, help them feel secure and confident. Young people's ability to trust themselves comes from their parents' unconditional love, which helps them feel secure as they develop the ability to solve their own problems. But if they always use your help to get out of difficult situations, he will end up stunting his emotional development. Earning someone's trust is a difficult task. Losing, it's very easy. And lastly, I would like to finish up with a quote from teacher Annie Job. We must teach our children how to adapt to the problems they face, instead of always opening the way for them. Thank you.